Today, I will talk about the beginning of the new unicorn, Shohei Ohtani. The steady surge of Munetaka Murakami. And the fresh restart of Kazuma Okamoto. First, let us talk about Shohei Ohtani. On this channel, we deeply analyze every single detail of Shohei Ohtani. From his current situation to his psychological state. And share it all with you. Whether you have recently started watching this channel, or have been long-time viewers, I know you all hold great expectations for Shohei Ohtani. On May 28, Japan time, in the game against the Colorado Rockies, Shohei Ohtani played as a two-way player, both pitching and batting. The starting pitcher for the Rockies was Tomoyuki Sugano. The main focus of this game was not merely a showdown between Japanese players. Rather, I felt that, for Ohtani as a batter, the timing was absolutely perfect. Tomoyuki Sugano is an excellent pitcher, who showed a performance in Japan that was just as formidable as Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And he was a truly representative ace of Japanese baseball. As the ace of the Yomiuri Giants, he is a pitcher who has performed brilliantly for many years. In this game, I viewed it as perfect timing for Shohei Ohtani to face Tomoyuki Sugano, with whom he shares a favorable matchup in MLB. The reason is that Sugano is a pitcher who has performed in Japan for a long time, and he possesses that unique Japanese pitching tempo and timing. I believe this specific tempo is something close to a baseball culture itself. And for Shohei Ohtani, facing a fellow Japanese pitcher, who grew up in the same Japanese baseball system, is a highly favorable matchup. Regarding Ohtani's matchups against Japanese pitchers in MLB, although he has struggled against Shota Imanaga of the Cubs, he shares a great matchup with almost all other Japanese pitchers. His compatibility with Sugano is also outstanding. For Ohtani to face a Japanese pitcher with whom he matches up so well, just as his batting form is starting to recover, could serve as the perfect catalyst to elevate his hitting even further. This is why the timing is absolutely perfect. For Ohtani, right now is a highly critical time. And it is a period for him to build his form as a new unicorn. Breaking out of a long-term batting slump, he has gradually become able to swing the bat in his own way. And we have started to see hits and occasionally home runs. This does not mean he has simply returned to the old Ohtani. Rather, it means that an evolved version of Ohtani is reaching completion. On this channel, we have consistently stated that Ohtani, who suffered through a long slump, has started to master stepping into the batter's box completely relaxed, perfectly adjusting to the pitcher's balls, stepping in without any unnecessary tension. He focuses on a compact swing to get hits off difficult pitches, while executing a definitive home run on loose pitches. This is his form as the new unicorn. Unlike before, overswinging is no longer noticeable in his at-bats. In the game against the Rockies, in his very first at-bat against the starter, Tomoyuki Sugano, he instantly launched a leadoff home run straight into the center back screen at Dodger Stadium. It was a 93 miles per hour fastball, which is not incredibly fast. But Ohtani made no mistake and drove it out for a home run. Please recall that specific at-bat. Ohtani completely read the first pitch as a splitter, showed absolutely no intention of swinging, and just watched the ball pass. In the past, he would never watch a pitch like that. He used to always maintain a firm stance, keeping himself ready to swing at any absolute moment. But this change is proof that a sense of calm and composure has been born within his mind. Because he entered the batter's box with such composure, he was able to respond without any unnecessary force. And I feel this directly led to that leadoff home run. Shohei Ohtani's home run was a truly spectacular hit. But he himself shared the following thoughts in the post-game interview. The moment I hit it, I knew it was going over, so I think it was a good swing. If the ball could travel just a bit more toward center or left center, I think my batting skills would elevate to yet another level. From Ohtani's comment, we can deeply feel his confidence and great feedback. The new unicorn that we have continuously talked about on this channel is surely on the absolute verge of completion. As he enters the batter's box without unnecessary tension and accumulates more at-bats with complete composure, he will comfortably unleash sharp hits like Ichiro on difficult pitches and hit home runs on loose pitches. He will evolve to display this effortlessly. Shohei Ohtani is a batting genius. And no matter how deeply he struggles in a slump, there is absolutely no need for us to worry. As long as we believe in him, he will naturally deliver the spectacular performances we expect. That is exactly who Shohei Ohtani is. During the last off-season, in an interview with a Japanese magazine, Ohtani mentioned that while his current training efforts were producing great results, he felt an underlying anxiety about what would happen when the results stopped coming. That reality manifested as this recent, long-term batting slump. From his previous 6th home run, he went 52 at-bats without a single home run, and finally hit his 7th home run on his 53rd at-bat, marking a period of tremendous struggle. For 11 consecutive games, no sharp crack of the bat was heard from Shohei Ohtani. And fans all over the world must have been deeply worried. The one who saved that struggling Shohei Ohtani was none other than the pitcher, Shohei Ohtani. While falling into a severe batting slump, Ohtani as a pitcher continued to deliver ultimate performances on the mound. As of May 28, Japan time, he has recorded an astonishing ERA of 0.82, maintaining an incredible stat of under 1.00 run. He secured his 5th victory of the season at this point, because of his overwhelming success as a pitcher. Even though Shohei Ohtani was in a long-term batting slump, neither the media nor the fans created a frantic uproar, and they were able to quietly watch over his progress. The absolute lifeline of Shohei Ohtani as a player is his two-way status. This is the core argument we always emphasize on this channel. Even if he falls into a long-term batting slump, he balances it out by delivering overwhelming performances as a pitcher. And during that time, he restores his struggling batting form, evolving to the point where he can showcase top-level MLB play in both pitching and hitting. I assume this exact process took place during Shohei Ohtani's recent, long-term batting slump. And through this very process, his batting recovered. And Shohei Ohtani has returned with even more advanced hitting mechanics. I believe that he has now returned to an ultra-elite level as both a pitcher and a hitter, and is evolving even further. The era of the new unicorn, Shohei Ohtani, has already begun. I am highly excited to see how far his home run count will grow from here. Next, let us move to the topic of Murakami and Okamoto, the player known as the next Ohtani. Munetaka Murakami of the Chicago White Sox. As of May 28, Japan time, his home run count stands at 20. He is currently making the entire world realize the immense power that Japanese fans know so well. Here is the comment from Munetaka Murakami after hitting his 20th home run. Maintaining the exact same approach for every single game through my daily routines is a very good thing. And the result of 20 home runs is naturally following that. I want to firmly keep this going. Even after hitting 20 home runs, he does not get carried away. He calmly analyzes himself and continuously aims for even greater heights, which is clearly evident from his comment. Whether he is in good form or bad, and whether he is getting results or not, he never changes and strictly maintains his own personal routines. This is a trait he deeply shares with Shohei Ohtani. By fixing and continuing his routine, even if his current form is poor, results will naturally come over time. Murakami has completely mastered the rhythm of knowing the home runs will return. That is exactly why he is called the next Ohtani. Watching the 20 home runs he has launched since opening day, fans worldwide must have fully understood the true greatness of Munetaka Murakami. He hits many home runs. He also draws many walks. And he strikes out many times. This is the defining style of Munetaka Murakami. He displayed the exact same brilliance during his time in NPB. But the greatness he once showed to Japanese fans will now be proudly displayed to fans all across the globe. On the other hand, Kazuma Okamoto of the Toronto Blue Jays was in a long-term slump, presenting a stark contrast to Murakami. It was so worrying that one might fear he would be dropped from the starting lineup, as his unproductive outs and strikeouts were highly noticeable. On May 28, Japan time, in the game against the Miami Marlins, he launched his 11th home run for the first time in 19 games, contributing greatly to the team's victory. Because he had been unable to hit for so long, I was truly concerned. The cause of his slump was a complete disruption of his timing. To compensate for this, he became rushed in the batter's box, reacting too quickly to the pitches. His upper body was rotating too fast, and he was swinging to catch the ball while his chest was already squarely facing the pitcher, resulting in absolutely no good contact. Unless you extend the bat forward in front of your body toward the pitcher's side to meet the incoming ball, the ball will never travel far. Because of this mechanical issue, Okamoto remained in a long slump. How could he fix this? He must have gone through immense trial and error. Beautifully, he unleashed his comeback home run straight into the right center stands. While Murakami possesses a bold and aggressive batting style, Okamoto's true strength lies in his delicate and precise bat control. Therefore, seeing him accumulate so many strikeouts made me deeply anxious, as it leaves a poor impression on the team's coaching staff. However, Okamoto has fought his way back through sheer ability. From now on, I want to see him continuously drive in runs, which is his trademark, and occasionally hit home runs, to fully contribute to his team's victories. Furthermore, this deserves high praise. The local media in Toronto warmly watched over Okamoto and kept believing in him, even when he was trapped in that long-term slump. I firmly believe that this supportive environment led to Okamoto's recovery. In the case of the Dodgers, if Roki Sasaki does not deliver the expected pitching performance, a segment of the local media criticizes him harshly. In contrast, the local media in Toronto stayed patient and warm, even during Kazuma Okamoto's extended batting slump. That is exactly why Okamoto was able to bounce back like this. Regarding this matter, I believe many fans in Japan are deeply grateful to the Toronto local media. I express my deepest respect and heartfelt gratitude to everyone in the Toronto local media. Thank you very much. Allow me to share a few final thoughts. While Shohei Ohtani was enduring his long-term batting slump, the young stars, Murakami and Okamoto, stepped up brilliantly, bringing immense joy to the fans in Japan. During that time, Shohei Ohtani's batting completely recovered. And on May 28, 2026, a truly momentous event occurred. What was it? Shohei Ohtani, Munetaka Murakami, and Kazuma Okamoto all hit home runs on the exact same day. From the late night hours into the morning of May 28 in Japan, the triple home runs by Okamoto, Murakami, and Ohtani must have sent Japanese fans into absolute ecstasy. I truly hope that days like this will happen again and again. That is all for today. Thank you very much.